The laughter started softly, whispers, snickers, disbelief bouncing off the lecture hall walls. By the time it reached the back row, it was loud enough to sting. Ethan Cole stood frozen beside his desk, clutching a worn notebook to his chest. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't smiling. Because to him, this wasn't a joke. It was another reminder that he wasn't expected to belong. Professor Harold Whitman adjusted his glasses and tapped the chalk against the board. 30 years of teaching advanced mathematics sat comfortably on his shoulders. "Since participation seems low today," he said dryly, "let's make things interesting." His eyes landed on Ethan. "Yes, Mr. Cole, why don't you come solve this for us?" The room went silent. Then someone laughed. Whitman turned and wrote a problem that made even top students uneasy. Layers of symbols, abstract variables, a graduate-level equation designed to overwhelm. Whispers erupted. "That's impossible. He's setting him up." Ethan's throat tightened as he walked forward. Behind him, the class buzzed. "I'd sit down. He's going to embarrass himself." But as Ethan picked up the chalk, his mind drifted, not to fear, but to a dim room years ago. A flickering bulb, his mother asleep after a double shift, and a younger Ethan, teaching himself calculus from library books because numbers were the only things that never judged him. Math never laughed. Math only told the truth. He stared at the equation. Then the noise faded. The symbols stopped being intimidating. Patterns emerged. Assumptions revealed themselves. The problem wasn't impossible. It was misunderstood. He began writing, slowly, carefully, one line, then another. Whispers died out. Whitman's smile faded. 5 minutes passed, then 10. Ethan erased, rewrote, refined. A student leaned forward. "That's actually correct," someone muttered. The room fell silent. Chalk scraped softly as Ethan reached the final step. He paused, not for drama, but for certainty. Then he wrote the answer and stepped back. "I'm done, sir." Professor Whitman stared at the board. He checked the work. Once, twice. His face drained of color. "Professor," a student whispered, "that's the solution." It was perfect. Whitman turned to Ethan. "You've studied this before?" "No, sir." "Then how?" Ethan hesitated. "Math is honest," he said quietly. "If you listen long enough, it tells you what to do." The words landed hard. For the first time in years, Whitman felt regret. "Class dismissed early today," he said. As Ethan turned to leave, Whitman stopped him. "Mr. Cole, I owe you an apology. I misjudged you." The next week, everything changed. Students asked Ethan for help. By mid-semester, he was tutoring half the class. Professor Whitman invited him to stay after lectures, not to challenge him, but to listen. And the equation meant to humiliate? It became legend. Years later, Whitman would tell new students a story on the first day of class about the time he confused silence for ignorance. Because sometimes the quietest person in the room is the smartest one there.